And welcome back to Island T right here with Media SKN, everybody. And I gotta say, I am really looking forward to this upcoming conversation. We are joined by Miss Alex Jordan, sports commentator. Good morning. How are you doing?
Hi, good morning. I'm fine. I don't see you. Can you see me?
Yes, can you see me?
Yeah, now I see you. How are you doing?
Okay, we're good. We're good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much
how's
for
the
having
bubble
me.
life treating you?
Yeah, bubble life, boy. I guess I'm getting rough a bit now. But, it's nice, beautiful to be in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's actually the first time on the island of St. Kitts. So really delighted to be here.
Awesome.
Oh, nice.
I'm also strategically placed in my screen so that you can't see the disorder in my room.
So am I. So that's fine. So Ms. Jordan, for people who do not know you for some strange reason, give the people a little, insight into who you are.
Wow. How much time have you got? Well, I'm a born Barbadian, Barbados, but I've really lived all over the world and I've had many interests. And in my first life, I was a radio DJ. What you guys are doing, that was I was my first love. I had a radio show 17 years old. And then I got a radio show in the UK on the BBC. I had a soca music show. At that time, it was the UK's only national soca music show. So those were kind of some big breaks. While I was working at the BBC, they sent me to the Football World Cup in Germany to follow the Soca Warriors. Remember, the Trinidad football team was there. Really and truly, music was my first foray. I was working for a record company as well in A&R, so signing bands, making albums, making label copy. That was really what I did first. But I was also an athlete. I played 3 national sports. Yeah. So I did a lot of different things, and life timing and all these kinds of different things. I moved after a while. I decided London. I had enough of London. I moved back to Barbados and helped to start a radio station called Slam 101.1 FM, which was number 1 in our country. And I had the morning show, which was really one of my favorite jobs in my life. I loved waking up Barbados. And from there, I called for Sports Max to say that they had lost their female anchor to ESPN. That was Alexis.
Right.
Probably on ESPN a lot. And so I moved to Kingston and started to be a sports journalist. Of course, I wasn't really. I was just a broadcaster. So then an hour and a half of live TV, 5 days a week, petrifying, no warm-up, no nothing. And from there, rest is history. From there, I got the CPL gig, the Olympics, international cricket, and you see the woman before you.
Wow, like I like meeting you. Because we spoke briefly about some of the stuff that you just mentioned, but I didn't know it was so wide, man. That's like a full career for some people.
I've also held back on a few things. I don't know if you know Tammy Chin out of Jamaica. She was a reggae artist, but she's a mother, she's an entrepreneur, and she uses the term multi-potentialite. We're born on the same day, June 14th. And I'm a multi-potentialite because I also thought, I speak 5 languages, and I also thought maybe I was going to work in languages. And I never really had the opportunity.
Which 5 do you speak?
I speak French, Spanish, Portuguese, some Italian, obviously, some English, some
English,
a little Swedish. My fluent languages are the Latin ones, French.
Oh, nice. I mean, I feel like that would help you in your career because, you have to meet and speak to a lot of different people. So this probably helps you to navigate that world.
It's helped. Learning another language helps you in so many ways. And I mean, there are obvious ways and the not so obvious. I just enjoyed the process so much. It was one of my predispositions. I wasn't good at maths. I struggled through.
Thank you.
Language came easily to me. I enjoyed it so much. But just the Olympics, I'll give you a quick story. There was a woman called Yulimar Rojas who won the gold medal in the triple jump. She's from Venezuela.
One of my favorite athletes.
She won the gold medal on a world record jump on the last jump.
Yes.
Anyway, so we're trackside, and beside me are all the big networks: NBC, Channel 7 Australia, Olympic Channel, and then IMC Sports Max. And I saw her coming up the stairs, and I thought, how am I going to get this woman? How am I going to get this woman? Because I figured all the networks are going to gobble her up. Anyway, she starts to walk, and NBC, of course, are calling her, and she goes, no English, Spanish? And they're like, no. The next one, no. And I was like, Junimar! I got the most beautiful, heartfelt, powerful interview maybe of my Olympics. And I thought, you see, I knew these languages would come in handy.
Imagine that, Imagine that. Just from the strength of you knowing all these different languages, you were able to do that. Wow. I know they learn a different language. Azem, what we gonna do? Was it a stone? Like, you know?
Duolingo. I've downloaded it.
Okay.
And it's literally sitting on my phone and stares at me in disgust daily.
Well, no, you better start doing it.
Have you started it?
Yeah, I actually started it, and it's actually not that bad. The way it's laid out is
fun. Duolingo is a lot of fun.
Yeah, the way it's laid out makes it really, really easy and engaging. Yes.
I like the noises it makes when you get things right.
Oh no, I need to get in on this. Let me go pull it up now in my browser while you guys chat.
For sure. But I mean, Alex, it seems as though, listening to what you're saying, do you feel as if like all those experiences that you would have had would have prepared you for what you're presently doing?
Yeah, and that's something I've been thinking about a lot, because I have another hat that I wear where I do work for the Barbados government. We have something called the National Transformation Initiative. It's it's free courses for Barbadian, and I'm sort of trying to develop a new thinking. But one of the basis of the themes of the NTI is this idea of being a lifelong learner, of collecting skill sets. We live in a world now that's changed so quickly with the internet, etc. It's no longer sort of reasonable or viable to be one thing. So I love, and it definitely has helped me. From my childhood, I think back to the fact that my parents used to play bridge and dominoes, and they always had people over at the house, right? And so from a very young age, we were taught about having to speak to older people we didn't know, make eye contact, be pleasant. You don't have to stay a long time. Just come and greet everyone. So those young life lessons, having traveled and met other people from other parts of the world, those things help you in ways you can't measure.
Right.
So I think we have this idea that we go to school, we learn, and then we're done. And I would like to remind people that that's actually only where it begins. And you can so much from anyone, from the man in the street in Bad State. He's full of wisdom.
Yeah.
Listen, I think we shut ourselves off too much from new experiences, often because we don't want to look stupid, right? We don't want to look like we don't. And maybe that would be what I would like to leave the people of St. Kitts and Nevis with. It is okay not to know. What is not okay is not finding out.
Exactly.
Ask a question.
That's why I always cheated on my tests in school. But yeah, definitely, I do believe that too many people find complacency in ignorance and comfort in ignorance. And what you're saying is so true. And even with school, I say school is where you go to learn how to learn, and you continue learning. You continue learning as you move through life.
That's so true. Learning how to learn. That's a great point. Yes.
Yeah. And when I met Alex, actually, we met because we were doing some stuff for CPL, obviously. But she asked me some questions about St. Kitts, and some of them I got wrong. Don't judge.
I don't want to out you on national radio.
Okay, wait, tell them how bad. Okay, we're not going to.
No, I'm actually very curious.
No, it's okay. This is between me and Alex.
What's your name again? Azem?
Yes,
Azem.
Azem, I was trying to get my bearings.
Wow, right? Alex, we're really doing this.
We're here in Marriott. And I'm like, okay, so north, south, west. But she's like, me not know.
Oh,
Down there.
Okay, one
Okay.
thing everybody should know about me by now is that me and directions don't go together.
as you're
If you know
literally looking out the window at the Southeast Peninsula.
We wasn't looking out no window. I like it. Don't make it sound like we was outside.
As you're literally standing a few meters away from the Southeast Peninsula.
And
Wow.
I then went online to learn what I could about St. Kitts and Nevis. And the geography of this this country, is it called the Twin Islands?
Twin Island
right?
yeah.
The geography of this Twin Island is fascinating. Where you
Indeed.
guys are in the archipelago,
Yes.
the two, like the short, sharp showers.
Mm-hmm.
When the rain come, it come, boy, quick.
Yeah. Yep.
Quick. You can't even enjoy it for long. It's just like a second and then
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
So
Gone.
it's been fascinating learning a bit about the geography and where we are here in the Leewards.
Yeah, but how are you preparing for your role at CPL? Do you have a process? Is there things that obviously you're already doing research about the local geography, but what are some of the things that you're doing to make sure that you are well prepared for your role as CPL is about to start in a few days?
Well, Azem, you got my palms sweating. Yeah. I'm always nervous, no matter how much experience, no matter how many years. My process is multi-layered. So I'm really a student of the game of cricket. I'd never played cricket. I've become a cricket commentator through my broadcasting ability. So each CPL team, I have an iPad, I have something called Good Notes. Each CPL team has a folder, like each name, the stats, some ideas about each player, the stats about the actual team, what they've done in previous years, international stats, a few talking points. So I go through every player on every team. That's a lot, at least 100 plus.
Yeah.
Not finished yet. And I'm at a stage where I listen to other commentary. I look up rules that I'm still maybe a little vague on. Well, what happens in that case? I mean, cricket, we talked earlier about it's okay not to know, about having your thing. I have worked with the greats of this game, Courtney Walsh, Curtly Ambrose, Ian Bishop, etc. And there are moments in a cricket game where they'll say things like, right, so what happens there? Or they're not sure.
Right.
So big heads like them, right? I've not all these scenarios that happen in a match. Who am I? So I approach my process with lots of humility. I want to be well prepared in terms of the knowledge of the cricketers and the state of the sort of tournament and the game. But then, yes, my process also involves learning about St. Kitts and Nevis and the population here, the culture here. And also, as we're in this bubble, trying to spend a little time with whomever, managers, players, owners, players' families. A couple of people have brought families. Every little bit of enrichment helps. You never know when you can pull on a story that might be interesting to some people or get a little piece of information at breakfast that you might think, you never get more true answers to questions than at 1 a.m., over
That is true. That is true.
So my process is multi-layered. And in fact, today I was thinking, gosh, I really want to spend a lot of time doing some more research. But today we have another shoot, a different thing. We have other preparations to do. My role, I hope to get commentary. I'm obviously a commentator, but I'm also sideline reporter. So I'll be doing interviews. And, I traditionally had this role with the crowd, which is more difficult in the pandemic. But I have to see how all of that plays out. So I've been trying to think of new and creative ways that I'm going to make it exciting for the fans of the CPL this year.
Wow.
Yeah, I could imagine even with the whole pandemic and the changes in the way that we're operating this year, that you do have to kind of get creative in regards to your job and how you're able to keep the viewers and the listeners like entertained and engaged with what's happening on the field.
Well, yes, definitely. But let's remember and big up CPL for this. CPL was early out in putting on a tournament in the pandemic. We had CPL 2020.
Yeah.
Extraordinary Trinidad and Tobago. So actually this year feels like we're a step closer to normality. We're, all fully vaccinated fans. I want to remind all Kittitians and Nevisians fully vaccinated fans, you know, access to these games. Come and watch some cricket, take a little wine, have a drink, and enjoy yourself. And
wine 6 feet apart.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to wine in my waist. That's the truth.
Yes. Oh, yes. You know,
sounds like it's long overdue.
I could agree with it.
Long time this year overdue. Yeah.
I agree with it. I agree with it.
Full talk radio show, or you play music too?
Oh no, it's just talk.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah, we just say whatever we feel like for a whole 2 hours.
All right. Insert Irfan Alves overdue here.
I don't think they'll mind that little piece. We might get away with it, but you know, censors. But you know, we had a question on the live actually. I don't know how best you can give some insight into this, but recently we saw that Carlos Brathwaite, he actually has a little corona thing happening and he might miss the first game. So people wanted to know your thoughts on that.
What?
You didn't know?
What?
Exclusive.
You didn't know?
Exclusive on the live.
No.
First of all, I'm just Googling that right now. He's isolating.
Yes.
COVID test positive found on his flight from the UK. That's 3 hours. Okay, well, look, many people have been on flights that have been sort of recalled, etc. I don't think there's any panic yet. And it's the kind of question that I would leave to Peter Miller, public relations.
Good old Peter.
who will on it like white on rice.
He probably already is. He probably already typing up something as we speak.
He is a real professional, and we will have an official response to that. Yeah, I'm not in a to make any comment on that, but I mean, that's bad news. We love Carlos. Of course, he's a devastating batsman, and it will be very important not only to his team but to the CPL that he's here and well.
They're trying to sabotage the Patriots already. I don't like it.
Tisk.
Bad mind.
I don't like it at all.
No. They have to do something to counteract the home field advantage, but it's fine.
Yeah. Well,
nah, we got it still.
I know you guys are interviewing me, but how do you all feel about your team's chances this year, man?
Listen, we, no matter what, win or lose, we are diehard Patriots, okay? We are behind them 100%. I'm pretty sure, like, to be honest, people have been trying to get these Patriots jerseys like hot bread and butter. So I already know that the fans are coming out to watch, to support, like, no matter what. We could be losing. I mean, they're going to cuss, but we will still be there to support them no matter what.
I remember SKN has given us some of the most exciting matches in the history of this tournament. Y'all remember the match?
Naturally.
Carlos Brathwaite bowled the super over?
Yes.
I think it was PKR.
I think I remember that. I don't know. Something about the energy of petitions and divisions.
You guys won that match in the end, but it was nail-biting stuff.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Everybody was on the edge of their seat, man. That was a match.
Yeah.
That was a match, boy.
Yeah, I do believe like even just the way the 2020 format is put together, like it does make for a lot of drama. It does make for a lot of excitement, and like I think that's part of what adds to the entire like vibe of the CPL, right? Just the format that it's being played in, and I think people are really. It's one of those things that really get people who may not necessarily be full cricket fans to get them into the sport and get them, because it's so exciting.
No, you're so right, and in fact, it's across the region that is true. And then when the world is watching the CPL, I feel like they just get the spirit of the West Indies, right? Which is fun-loving, swashbuckling, action-packed, full of flavor and flair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have.
They don't. Go ahead. No, I was saying they don't call it the biggest party in sports for nothing. Like that's like we have to live up to that. We have to.
Yes.
And I feel like we do it quite well, honestly. Like when we've had regular games post-pandemic, the energy in any venue where there's CPL is unmatched. Like you can't buy that. You just have to be there to witness some of these things. Like it's amazing to watch.
It is. It's authentic. It's our spirit. It's who we are. We're irrepressible. And I've done a lot of travel this year. Praises to the universe for allowing me to work in this time of pandemic. And I went to the Abu Dhabi, I went to Tokyo, and I went to, Antigua, and I've been around the place. And it's more and more, the more years I live, the more I think it sounds like kind of cliche to say that we're unique, but I think we underestimate how blessed and lucky we are to live, first of all, in freedom on beautiful islands, but then also how lucky we are to have the culture we have,
Yes.
the music, the carnival, the connection we have with one another, We might take it for granted, especially if you haven't been able to travel and
Yes.
you haven't seen other people live. But boy, West Indies life, St. Kitts and Nevis life, it can get worse than this. Trust me. I went.
Yeah.
I played golf on the Royal St. Kitts.
Nice.
And it's beautiful.
Definitely. That is
Yeah.
one of the places that I feel like a lot of people, when they think about St. Kitts and traveling to St. Kitts, that's one of the images that they see, that beautiful green place where you can go out and play some golf. I mean, you don't even have to be like a golf expert, but you just,
we were the only ones on the course. If you're actually a beginner, this is probably a great course for you. And for all the golfers out there, I'd like to tell you that the back nine is along the water, back into the wind. It's really fun. I hope I get another opportunity before the end of the tournament.
I'm pretty sure we will, because we have some off days between all the excitement. Because this year the games are back to back to back.
Yeah,
to back.
Non-stop action
Yeah.
this season. But in the first round, is there any games that you're particularly excited about witnessing?
First round, all the matchups are going to be interesting. You referenced the fact that T20 is exciting and edge of your seat stuff, and the reason that is because on the day it could go anyone's way.
Right.
So of course, very interesting to see TKR in the season opener. A slightly different look TKR. No Bravo, new coach. They have the perfect. So I think it will be intriguing to watch their first match and see how, if they start off great guns or whatever, how they start. We're playing the whole tournament in St. Kitts and Nevis, so SKN, all eyes will be on them as the home side, right?
Oh yes,
For sure.
Oh yes.
For sure.
I don't need to remind you guys that the Barbados Royals are newly rebranded this year, renewed confidence. They have managed to pinch Glenn Phillips from the Jamaica Tallawahs. What an opener he's been for the Tallawahs. He's now in the Royal setup. Listen, this CPL 2021 is backing out. Full of
There's so many different storylines happening.
Very, very many different stories.
And one thing a West Indian love is some bacchanal, okay? So
Oh boy.
Listen.
Oh boy.
I know they're looking forward to it, but I can already see the rivalry, because one thing I realized about CPL too is that the fans, they have this rivalry against each other. They come out in their paint, they come out with their flags, they do the jousting towards the other team.
Yes. Jade,
it's something
when the CPL first time started, well, actually, when I first started talking about the CPL on sports, we were trying to explain to the region that this was not national cricket, right? This is franchise cricket.
Right.
So you have to support your nation. It's a franchise, right?
Yeah.
So at first, I was a Jamaica Tallows fan, then I was Guyana Amazon Warriors. Now I'm neutral because the Amazon Warriors took the little bit of heart I had left and stuck on it. Anyway, so I'm not neutral. But you see what people do, like Trinidad or Jamaica, you can't tell Trinis and Jamaicans that,
Nope.
It's their national side or nothing for them.
Right.
But I feel like that's how we are here too.
Right.
And you know
when it comes to the Patriots.
Yep. And one of the things that's interesting too is, and I'm looking forward to see how it plays out here, is that we have persons who live here from a lot of these different countries. We have associations, like we have a Jam Kit association, so the Jamaicans are gonna go out, and because they're not at home, and I think there is actually this feeling like we have to represent even more since it's not traveling this year. So I'm looking forward to see exactly how these different nationalities come out to Warner Park and support the different franchises. It's gonna be interesting to see.
Yes, such a good point, Azem. And you know how fiercely patriotic Jamaicans are, not to mention loud. You can have and it's like a whole side.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
For sure.
oh yeah, somebody just corrected me. Carlos is playing for Jamaica. So, unfortunately, yeah, that's unfortunate that he has this corona scare. But, the Patriots will strive still because we have to. We have to.
Can we just clarify? We don't know yet if he has a case, huh?
Yeah. No. He's just isolated. Yeah.
And again, please contact Peter Miller for further inquiry.
Yes, you will get all of your updates on Carlos from Mr. Peter Miller. I'm sure, as I said, I mentioned before, he's already probably down in one of these rooms typing away and trying to get out some information. And we actually have Chris tomorrow from marketing, so we will get another update on all of,
Now you mentioned that, maybe I should make that point. I think it's another thing that the people of the region don't really appreciate about the CPL is that on top of all the and excitement and opportunities for our cricketers, etc., is the level of professionalism that we get to work in. So that crew from the CPL, I always have to tip my cap.
Amazing.
They're right, Jade, you could probably speak to this, being an intern here now. Everyone very applied. There are no working hours. There's a commitment and a level of professionalism that's inspiring to work around. Huh?
Yeah, they have made this experience so not stressful, because before I didn't know what I was coming into, but meeting all of the guys Peter and Chris and Kevin and Paul, they have made this so easy going, right? It's so fun to see how they work and how they come up with things on the fly, because everything isn't planned. I think a lot of people think that they come with a set plan. Things the CPL change so easily, so fast. Is almost on the edge of your seat. You have so much happening and so much changes happening at the same time, but everything is for the benefit of the sports and the game and the league. And I feel like people will see that once the game starts, because right now it's just behind the scenes and all of these things, but once the game starts, they will see it.
Yeah, lots goes into putting on a tournament of this magnitude, and like you said, it's such a fluid situation. You have to be flexible, boy.
Definitely have to be flexible. But Jordan, Miss Alex, we are running out of time. Unfortunately, time has run us down. Time flies when you're having fun. That's what they say. But yeah, any words to the Patriots fans, especially? I know you have to be neutral, right? But
I would like to say, first of all, thank you to Skits and Nevis for hosting us in the pandemic, all 33 matches right here on your beautiful Twin Islands. So for a big thank you from the CPL, from all of us, from me, Alex Jordan. I'm excited to be here. Thank you to the Marriott for the whole team for being so kind to us. And again, fans, look deep into my eyes, or if you're listening, listen carefully. You may never have a better chance. You have to strike this year.
Indeed.
This is your do it. To everyone, everything is changed up. The whole dynamic of the tournament is a little unsure. Teams and the dominance. You guys are at home. You've got that 12th man in the stadium. Get out early and hold on to it. I'm looking for you all to do big things.
Yes. Well, thank you for joining us, because we know you have a busy schedule. You have things to shoot and people to talk to and research to do. But thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really enjoyed talking to you. I feel like you've hyped us up even more about CPL now.
Yeah, for sure.
That was even
for
possible,
sure.
yeah.
So now it's even more important that you get me my Patriots jersey, Jade.
Oh dear.
It's even more important now.
Them, come on, that's the least you can do. Azem, so nice to have me as well. Great chatting with you.
Yes, definitely. It's been a pleasure. Hopefully we get to speak again before you leave. And I know I'll be seeing you as I take in the CPL. So looking forward to that.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Bye.